Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Swissmod 15. Welcome back to turn number 13 of the Swissmod Hotseat, where we play the Swissmanian Empire. In this turn, we're actually going to be declaring war against the Lionhearts because practically I have no other choice. I'm going to explain that, really, is that given our situation, the Moors or the Desert Hopers are fighting the Dutch Empire over here. They're locked in combat. The Turks and the Atri together are fighting off the Russians and sort of losing. So that only leaves me and the Lionhearts not in a war. And not to mention, we're really have this massive border here. I mean, I could go for the islands, just take out the Atri, but that's not where the incentive lies, especially since I do the moment I do that. He attacks me anyway, and I'm off guard. Now, I didn't want to do this so soon. Did not want to do this so soon at all, but I kind of have to, which is really unfortunate, since I don't really have too much of a military force prepared for this. He's got troops down here, he's got a massive army up here. My diplomat's gone, so it makes me think he has assassins that he killed one off. So let's just quickly look at the at a turn report. We have 99% the overall capability of the Lionhearts for overall. We're top in production and population. We're 5th financially and 5th militarily. We're pretty small, but in comparison to the Russian Empire, who are top, we do have 86% of them, so we're not that far behind. And we're all going to shoot up a bit this turn. So what is first and foremost, we're going to take our king and besiege right here. Now, relations are worsened. Yes, of course. That's the declaration of war. Yeah, I get it. So Lionheart's relations very, very poor. So what we're going to need here is actually one of these spies to head down south. This spy probably to head right about here. This spy in here. That spy in there. Right, that's good. Okay, so now on top of that, I'm trying to remember the exact order I want here. So I do want these two troops. They go on and take on Captain Anselm here. Clear victory. Execute. And we get Captain Romanus. We accept him. He builds a fort right here. Now on top of that we take these two, who merge with Basilis here. He is going to lift the siege, and we can't actually take Woman Cape. I was trying to here, but that's how I realized we can get this result. We take this unit, attack Captain Anselm again, clear victory, execute. We win another Captain Athanasios, very loyal guy, so he's ours. We re-engage the siege, build these two items of siege equipment. Now, that is the turn, pretty much. This is all our real de facto military movement for the offensive against them. We get these small cavalry armies of 2 to 3 cavalry, all having 1 general, that are pretty loyal right here. With now this actually blocks him from crossing the river here. He can't go anywhere, so that's always good. Now, this guy, as I was trying to make sure, he can't really reach and attack my army. He can go to the back of Woman Keep, he can go down to the army here, which you probably do, or alternately you could decide, hey, I'm in range of Joseph. I should go attack Joseph. So if he attacks Joseph, we're going to have a contingency plan that we can probably use. We're also going to have this spy here to scout out where this army goes and everything, along with this spy who might sneak in to help us win, depending on how all this goes. So what this does here is that, given with the mountain range here, we have isolated his troops here. He's got an army somewhere here, and we've isolated Woman Keep, and we can take it and then just use it to branch up. Now, we also can't take Louverture this turn, which is unfortunate. What we can do is get these two cavalry inside, along with this arch unit, and just send this unit in here. And next turn, we'll just, build a little bit more rams and maintain our siege. Now, what I also want to consider is the possibility of sending some troops over to besiege, the place, with the things, Peter. So I'm just going to send this little expedition force. Peter's right about here. We're going to besiege it next turn, and it'll fall pretty quickly. You just want the extra cash, and then these armies will remerge and everything and go to Joan and maybe take on Saladin if that is more important or a pressing issue at the time. Now, among that, what we're also going to do is send these 3 guys this way towards Joseph. Yeah, we're going to be fine. So we're just going to go there. Now, this army is going to be able to protect Joseph if he should attack. This army is going to go right about here and stay there. And basically, it's just going to join up in defending these forts. This is going to be a defensive area. This is going to be our more aggressive area. We're going to start by taking here, then we're probably going to figure out maybe go around the mountains. I don't know yet, but it gives us, this keeps the amount of areas he can attack us at a minimum. At most, he has this access point, which we do have to keep an eye on, which we will with our spies in time. I mean, again, he has to go, if he wants to attack us, he has to go pretty... Oh wait, no, he doesn't. He can go right through here. I thought I had to go around here, so no, that's not good. Maybe a fort there would help a lot. We're also going to send this archer right there, this unit of 8 archers, because they're going to go into merge with our faction leader here to take Woman Keep using the siege equipment, because you do need some infantry to use that equipment, so that's always good. We're going to build all of these troops for our own safety. We need as many troops as we can get, especially these good cav for our own defense. I know I want to build one thing of farms over here because it helps us economically, get a bit more economic base. And I think, what is the last thing I want to do? Probably build, can't build cav here, but we can here. So we're going to go with that. Just transfer them over to Louverture and keep the army building going on over here and down here. So we can easily win early on in the war, probably down this area, take Saladin, Woman Keep, and then we'll have this border which we can just fight, namely right here, and defend this area. Even it doesn't matter if he knows. He must know because of these forts. They're incredibly strategically placed, if I do say so myself, and as well as this one, giving us a barrier to any attacks that he might have. So that's good. Oh, I didn't even log off of, not Skype, Steam, I mean to say. Now we do have some more military movements. We do want to get some spear militia. I guess just one. Yeah, just one spear militia. And this spy. Head down this way.
Yes.
We want to get... Whew. I'm going to send one fleet here. They're going to pick up these guys. Head back. I'm going to head here. Pick up these guys. Head down that way. Send some of these peasants here. And that's good. We still have this defensive army, starting to increase the orthodoxy in Teddy Roosevelt, which is good for the public order. Now I think that's all the military movements I have at my disposal. We do have these fleets available, so we're going to do combine that one here. These guys are close enough to defend each other. So this one has a numerous amounts of places it could go. Don't know what we need it for. Probably just preemptively have some troops right over here waiting with movement, maybe to send over cav or anything that we want. That's good and dandy. Okay, so that's all the financial expenditures we can possibly make this turn feasibly and safely. Louverture will take it next turn in addition to Woman Keep. I think that's what's going to happen unless Barry Knight has some good tactics up his sleeve. Now, if we look at the faction rankings of everyone, so me and the Lionhearts, look at us neck and neck, really close, really far ahead of everyone else. We really pulled ahead somehow. The Turks declining rapidly, Lionhearts steadily increasing, and Russians sort of stagnant now. It seems that the Moors are declining and that Venice has made some gains, or We don't really know about that. Military ranking, let's see. So Venice has actually gone down to equal points as the Moors, so that's good for the Moors. We're going up and we're catching up. Lionhearts do exceed us quite a bit, but again, that'll be subject to change, especially once we get some leeway down here. I think we can make probably the better attack now that we have the edge and the advantage. Seems the Turks have increased some military strength, so that's good. And the Lionhearts almost good to back to their original value. Well, we have been going up and up. Let's see, production-wise, no one really cares. Territorially, Russia, so far ahead, 15 territories. We're closest with 11. Right behind us, Lionhearts with 10, Venice with 8, and the Moors going down a bit. Interesting. Probably down here, I think he took the Zaz region, most likely speaking. Financially, whew. Okay, so the Lionheart's going down, we're going up. Next turn, we're supposed to get just over 3,000, so less than we had this turn, so we need to work on our finances. It's going to help once we have Peter, Louvichur, and Theresa under our control, and then Joan, if we can ever find the time to muster enough strength to actually get it. And I just really want to take over all these rebel settlements. There's just no one after them, but we don't have the time. We have to fight off, again, the Lionhearts. Population-wise, we have skyrocketed ahead. We've got almost 30,000, really. But who cares about population? No one, really. Overall ranking, we're back to, so that's fine. Don't think there's any new wars or anything. Oh, our royal family. Look at all the benefactors for Prince or Despot Alexis. That's really interesting. I don't know why, but it is. And none of them have wives. They really need to work on this wife game. I really hope we are able to get wives, or else this will be very awkward very quick. guys, you need some lives. Okay. Diplomacy-wise, yeah, it doesn't seem to have any new. We're still at war with the Turks, which I don't like. And we're only allies with one. Alright, what we do want to do before the turn ends is actually offer these guys trade rights and map information. We offer that deal. And I want to know what's going on around here. Just massive forces at war here. I mean, the desert hobos. Oh, I know Venice moves first. The desert hobos could be under siege next turn we're here. Alright, so that's all good. I think we moved everything we can. And we have to be ready and braced for the next coming turns. Can I increase taxes anywhere? That's the most important thing here. Does not seem to be the case. Okay. So thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye, my friend.